Hello, Yuri. I know there's no audio. I'm still preparing everything. I'm sorry. I was just saying, can you see the code okay? If I show this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, everybody. We'll just wait a little bit before we start. Probably gonna put the game sound a little bit lower because for some reason I got copyrighted last time. I was playing GTA, so let me just see what the sound game is. Sound gaming. It's maxed out. Ow. That. Revive. Clip. There we go. That way we won't be bothered by anybody. Doggy, go away. What the hell is that? So we're just gonna wait a little bit. Also, I have to do the pre-rolls, or else the Twitch will come at me with another thing. Actually, I can't because it already did it. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna be waiting a little bit before we start. Prepare this. We don't need this right now. Close folder. Minimize. Drink. Yeah, my desktop is a mess. These are all the things I tried to do. Let's do this. Let's make this a little bit more prettier. Folder. Organize later. Actually do it like this. What is this? Oh, these are things I have to change. Nice. Move. Maybe cleaning this. Move. What the hell is this? Test weirdness? Oh, this is something I was testing for a server. Hello? That's not important. Hello, Almighty. How you doing? Actually, let's see if we can add some music in the background. Oh, damn it. It's updating. Dun, dun, dun. I'm assuming everybody can hear music. Just enough to be not annoying. And let me see if I can put the does stream elements still work? I heard they were going down. Dashboard. Stream mode. Overlays. Oh, run kick. I don't want to do run kick. Change to Twitch. I'm assuming you'll join old. Edit. Let's see if we can turn the chat on. Settings, I'm assuming. All of them will be sent here. Testing. Why is the screen black? Well, I don't know why it's not appearing. Did save it, right? Layers. So how is everybody doing? So we're gonna start simple. Get this over here We don't know. Oh no. Anybody have any questions before we start? I don't like this background, but okay, leave it as is. So, let's start this. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. We are streaming on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing, what I'm not. So, as I said, when you install the server, I'm not going to do the installation of the server on this because it's probably going to take a while. And to explain everything, I do have a video on that, and it's quite easy to follow. I'm going to use an already pre-installed one with alterations, but I will explain what was alterated and what was not. When you do install a server, you might have something like this. In the folder you chose to install it, txdana, ignore default. You don't mess around with this part. Stay away from that. This is the bat you can make for starting up. It usually makes one, but you can create your own. You can't change the port of TX host, but this is going to be predicated soon, so don't use it. Just use the normal port that it installs. I don't remember this. Oh, this is for the admin thing that I use. By default, it puts this there. Good thing I didn't show this if it wasn't. But this adds you to the admins. If you want to add more people, you should follow the same kind of thing, but you shouldn't add it through here. You should add it through txadmin. The database is placed in here. You shouldn't mess around with this. Actually, it's not placed in here. It's placed somewhere else. But usually it is placed in here on the VPS servers. That's where it usually is. Resources. This is where all the scripts are. But before we go in there, this is your logo. I use this one. If you want to change the logo, you should use the same size as this, which is 96 by 96. And sadly, you have to use this name, mylogo.png. If you use another one or another name, it will not work. I've tried this so many times. I don't know if it's a bug or something. Oxconfig, this is things you should use for oxconfig. Setup defaults. to play around with the server, you should not touch this. Just leave as is for now. There are default keys here you can change, like here. Tab K F1 opens the inventory. You can add more, you can take them away. It's up to you. I'm speed running through this part because this is not the most important part of what we're gonna do. There are comments on the text here. Look around, change a few things. I was looking for this the other day. I guess it's here. Oh, that is weird. Why is it here? Okay, this is what appears in the cars randomly. I thought there was a script for this, but it's in here. Okay. That is good to know. We can continue on. Permissions. Same thing. Don't mess around with this too much. If you don't know what you're doing, leave as is. Server, this is the one that it does have a code here. I don't think you can use this, so no worries. Let's see. This is where the game port is. Don't change it, leave it as is. Max clients 48. This is default. You can leave it as is if you're just testing it around. The host name. This is what appears when you log in. I'm actually just exit the disconnect. Server. Bad code. It doesn't appear. Oh, it's Bad City, sorry. No. What's the name of it? Oh, sorry. I forgot I had to this. Let me return back to the other thing. It's Bad City RP. Copy. Why doesn't it show up? That is weird. Oh well, never mind. Well, we'll get back to that in a few minutes, but back to the VPS. Continuing on. This is also that text that appears under it. If we look back at the server. 1 second. I have to put this on something different. Bad City RP is the name. Just a testing server. That's what appears here. The browsing part is not working. I don't know why. I have to check on that for whatever reason is happening. This is a database. If you have a database somewhere else, you can change it somewhere else. If you've installed it freshly, do not touch this. Leave as is. These two lines right here, I usually have them. They are what remove the when players join and players quit. That message that appears up here on the top left side. This do not touch. What your server's language is going to be, English. If it's another language, you do have to check the ISO code for that. Let me just turn on my air conditioning because damn, it's cold in here. It's warm. Wrong air conditioning. There we go. So, continuing on. Enable bridge, this is for QBCore to work on QBox. This doesn't work for all of them, just some of the functions, so I don't think you could just import QBCore into your QBox framework 100%. It may not work. Enable queue, this is if you want people to wait if the server is full. Discord link, you can put here your Discord. I don't have mine set. Max jobs per player 1. You can change this to 3 or 2. Gang should keep this to 1. Set jobs replace, yes. Set gang replace, yes. There is also here something that no, it's okay. Ignore what I just said. There's a lot of comments here. You can read them out. It's up to you if you want to turn them on or off. Continuing on. This is the message that appears when you enter the server. I'll show you real quick. Nice. I guess I won't show you real quick. 1 second. I gotta shut this down. 1 second. So 1 second, FiveM is starting. Up there it is again. Okay. So when you do start, okay, that message that I was talking about is the one that appears up here on the top right. Welcome to the video BadCode.Codes. If we return to the VPS, as you can see, welcome to the video. BadCode.Codes. Blah, blah. I can add more stuff if you want. It is up to you. You could probably put images and everything down here. I'm not 100% sure, but it could be possible. The rest, keep as is. Weather disabled. Is this spelled wrong? I do have to check this. Check another server I have installed. Because that is weird. No, there's a C in here. Interesting. As usual, this as execs, that file that we just saw, aux, should be run before anything else. There are other ones that you do install. Just keep it okay. This is where the framework is set. QBX. The rest you don't need anything. This is also important for the loading screen. We won't touch it for now. And this is the part where all the scripts are loaded in. These resources are the first resources that start up. If they're here, they're probably gonna have to be ran before anything else. I'm just explaining what you get when you install FiveM and QB and what you can alter, what you mess around, and all that. Welcome, VeloHub. I hope I said it right. This part is where you put your scripts, or these are important to stay in front, leave them as is. You can put after this. This won't be shown, well, at least these will all be shown. I suggest probably not touching this part. Leave as is. These are also from Qbox. What's already there, do not touch. Or else you'll ruin it. These are also permissions you can add. By default, they're already put in here. You can add other people if you want. It's up to you. There's also permission CFG. As I said, these are things that this one you shouldn't mess around with. Leave it as is. This one right here is also important. MISC loads up here. Edit. Let's see what it is. Auth max variance. These are things in the game. Not too important to use unless you want to change things. Enable phone explosion. What the hell is this? Will allow user to route request phone explosion events to the server. Okay. Phone explosions. Also a place you should mess around with unless you know what you're doing. Keep as is. And this is what I do when I add my personal scripts or new scripts to the server. I place them all in one place. And having this like this with the parentheses or whatever these things are called, the brackets, I think. What this says is, if it's in brackets, FiveM knows, this is the directory here, everything inside here will be read as a script. But if you do the same thing inside that, it will automatically go into each directory if it has a bracket and open up what's in here and then read script one by one until it gets to the end. It will consider it a script if it doesn't have parentheses and if it does have FX manifest. If it doesn't, it'll give an error and all that. This, in my opinion, is probably the best way to organize your FiveM server. That way you know everything you've added is here, and everything before that is server related. That was installed right at the beginning. I'm not going to talk much about this. MLOs, these are things that I'm not sure if I added this. This was probably me. I added this. Let me just delete this. This is an important script. I don't remember what it was, but let's check out the README. If it does have READMEs, you can know what the script is about. This one is the phone script for sure. If you change the phone, you probably should remove these. These are the apps of the phone that you can also change around and add. Aux inventory. No, aux libs is all this. It's aux door lock. I did a video on that one. Fuel, I did not do a video on this one. I probably should do a video on this one. Inventory is what you get. This right here. You can control this, all the items that belong to that. Oops, sorry, I forgot to remove this. Okay, again, your inventory is this. Where it saves the item, an image, and what the item does. There's a phone and all that. Okay, go back to the remote. I keep forgetting that I have to turn on the remote thing. Since I got a better graphics card and a better monitor, it's a little confusing. Oxlib, don't mess around with this, leave as is. If you know what it does, cool, mess around, check it out. Do what you need. If you don't, leave it as is. Ox target is that thing that you do with your third eye. Your third eye, which you press Alt. Whoops, sorry, 1 second. Alt, and it changes everything. That's your target thing. My scale, don't touch this. Also, this is where the where it works with with the database. Don't touch this. Only for updates and everything like that. Ox inventory. This is where you put your new items and all that. Data. Items. This is where you add your items. I do have a video explaining what that is, but you do have a test thing right here, test burger, that can help with all the possibilities you can do. For example, bandage here doesn't do anything. I think it does, but not. Well, hello, Real Noe and Christian Jock OV4M. As for that, that is in the permissions. I'm not sure if it's TX admin that does that or if the normal thing does, but we'll see that in a few seconds. So this is where you place your new items. You add them here. I do have a video explaining this. You can also add shops, stashes, vehicles. I'm not sure it's here. 1 second. I don't think vehicles is here. Yeah, this is something else. This is to say what kind of storage they have. What else? License, I think this is your ID cards, I think? Oh, weapons license. Yeah. I sometimes have to remember weapons. I don't think you add the weapons here, but they are here. Well, I guess they're here then. I play with so many of them, I don't know. Animations. Don't usually mess around with this. Crafting. This is also good for making crafting scripts. This does most of the work for you already. So, actually, let's go to these coordinates out of curiosity. TP. Ooh, crafting bench. You can make lockpicks like that. Simple. That's another way you can test your what you're doing. Just open this up. You want to know where things are? Copy this whole thing. Not the parentheses, just the numbers and the commas. Go to your game. Press T, TP, and paste the number you just added. This is a mechanical thing. You can add more stuff here. It is up to you. we're going to really into this. There are more zones. I think I added this for the bean thing, the bean job. Magic market. Yeah, this is all bean stuff. This is for crafting. You can put your crafting things here. Just create an item, give it a name, use that name everywhere else. If it's a job thing, put it in a job. And what it needs. Actually, this is the crafting bench. This is the item you want to create, and these are the ingredients you need. Simple stuff. I don't know if I have a full video on that one, but I have to check. Evidence, this is for the police. Items you already know. Shops, you can add shops also. Locations, normal shops. These are all the guys at the 7-Elevens. There should be a liquor store. U-tools, you can add more stuff here. Remove ammunitions. Police armory, there should be a black market. Here it is, black market. You don't know where it is? Copy the vector 3 thing, location. Go to the game. Punch. /TP. Number. And, oh, it should be here. I guess it's not here. Maybe it appears on certain times, I guess. I don't know. Well, it's not there. You do have to check out why it's not there. There is no target, probably. I don't know. I'll probably check this out later on. Why it's not working. Okay, so stashes, we already know. Vehicles, this is just for the storage. It doesn't do the vehicles. And this one, I'm not sure that this is the weapons thing. But it looks like it is. We'll deal with that later. And Ox inventory, if you want to change your inventory things, this is where it is. And where you want to put the images of your objects, you can put it in here. Please note that the name of the item has to be the same as the name of the file .png. You can change the name, but you do have to change it in the data. I think I did place this somewhere here. Control F, image, I think. Yeah. Inside client, you should place the name. If it's different from the item's name, you should use the full name of the object. If it's the same, you don't even need this part. Okay, Ox inventory done. Fuel, I'll probably do a video about fuel, see how this works, because this could be important to change values and all that. Just check stations, edit. Yeah, this could be a good video too. Gotta write that down. Config, this is probably also prices. .5. This works on these kinds of models. It creates a target on these models. So you can have it anywhere on the map. It will always work if one of these items, if one of these objects is in here. So like I said, play around, test around, destroy. If you do test around, remember to make a backup of what you got so you don't have to reinstall the whole thing. Ox inventory is done. Let's go to QBX. This is where all the QBX files are being placed. All the scripts. You got your admin menu. You got your ambulance. This is the MS job. You got your bank robberies, binoculars. I've never tried this one. Bus job. Car wash. Chat theme. This is the box up here. You can change it, but you have to do a lot of things. This is where City Hall thing works. Play around with this. Edit. Always play with the configs first before you even mess around with the rest. Actually, this isn't the config. This is the client. Config is this one. Change values. Models. For anyone who doesn't know where the models are, FiveM. I don't know if you guys can see this. docs.fivem.net /natives. It should send you to this, something like this. If you don't know where things are, just write models or vehicles. Actually, it's not this one. Where was it? I think it's FiveM docs. Oh, I don't remember. I will leave this on YouTube when I do re-edit the video, so you guys can know. Hello, Jokers. How you doing? Welcome. This is where you go and find all the vehicles that are in the game. I don't know if this have the DLC ones or not, but it does have most of the vehicles in the game. If you're the administrator, you can always spawn these cars, unless if they were blocked. You do have to change that. Some of these things are blocked, so you better be careful. For example, model name right here. Bizarre. Let's copy this. Let's put myself more over here. Car / car. Isn't it / car? Is it heli? Plane? I thought we used car for this. It could be blocked, possibly. Sometimes these are blocked. You do. Oh, wait. 1 second. I was trying something and I forgot to remove this. I was trying out to bring the model up, but it's not working. Let's try something else. Let's try a car. Let's try this. The best TH Control S / car. Boom. Yeah, you can. This is where you get the cars. This is also where you get the models. Oh, that was the part I was going to get. Or PEDs. Where are they? PED models right here. These are all the PEDs you can choose. Yeah, it does. But you do have to remember that you have to understand what Claude fixed, or else later on you're going to be lost at what's being done and all that. It is good to start. Let's say this in another way. Artificial intelligence, it is good to start something up. You want to make a script, you can create the basics. And with that basics, you can add on to that. But it is a good way to start with the basics. It does help to see what AI does. Sometimes it makes mistakes, so that is a learning process that you're going to have to do. I use it sometimes. Sometimes I get lost. I don't know how to do certain things and make certain small little clips or little pieces of code to use in mine. It helps out. Now, if you're going to make it so it does the full script, you're going to have problems pretty soon. You got to understand what you're doing. So these are also weapons. Never looked at this. I have to try this one. Weapon Raymond gun? Whoa. EMP launcher. Damn. ChatGPT does a good job, but it sometimes confuses QBox with QB Core, so be careful with that. Force it to, when you're doing the code, force it to do as a QBox if you're using QBox or ESX or QB Core. It's like this. It's a learning experience. You won't find a lot of stuff online because of this. And you can use the GitHubs. For example, HUD QBox, FiveM Scripts. You can find a lot of them free. For example, oh gosh, this is Google. One moment. DuckDuckGo. Don't use Google, people. DuckDuckGo is way better. For example, you want a, I don't know, I hope I wrote it right. Mechanic job. I should put FiveM, QBox, mechanic job, and free. Free is good. The first one that appears is QBX's mechanic job. I'll open this. You can see the code, how it works, what makes it move, all that. We will be talking about variables and functions and all that in a few minutes. For now, we're just explaining what FiveM is. Here are all the scripts for QBox. Play around with them, make a backup before you change them. If you do make a backup, do something like this. Copy and place it somewhere else, like up here. Mess around with whatever you want to do in here. Destroy, change, restart the server, restart the script. If you mess up, you always have a backup. Just throw it back in here and overwrite everything. Boom. Everything's back to normal. The rest of the directories stand alone. These are things that Qbox added to make things more interesting. Banking, weather, safe cracking, screen capture, vehicle handling. This is where the vehicle thing goes down, where it wrecks and all that. If you want to mess around with these, do. But remember, these also are game breaking or server breaking. Be careful. This is the prison one. I have to check this one out because I tried the prison the other day and it did not work. Okay, so we want to put our own scripts. We create a directory. You can name this any name you want, just as long as it's in these brackets. Remember to add this to your server at the end. And from here on in, you don't have to touch the config server or CFG ever again, unless you want to add something specific before this to run before running the extra scripts. Sometimes it is important to have something up here. So now we're going to talk about TXadmin. By default, there should be a link automatically generated with when you install it. Log in with your cfx.re. That way you're not stressed to make to place all your logins and everything. Leaked scripts. What do you mean? Scripts that were supposedly locked or compiled, and then you can't read it. I do have to write this. When you're installing a script from another person, another creator, you have no idea what's behind in the code. On their side, they're protecting their code. I understand that, 100%. But on our side, we have to trust that guy. We have to trust that their code is 100%. That's why I usually make most of my scripts or all my scripts, because first off, it's fun. Second off, I understand their point of view. They want to protect their code, all right. But I want to protect my server. I want to know what's behind and what the creator of that code can or cannot do. I'm not saying that all creators are bad. I know that there are some that are bad, and most of the time we do have to trust those people with their scripts. As for backdoors, there's always backdoors. And using leaked scripts, you should be careful. Because if the author finds out you're using their scripts without their authorization, that is bad for you. So be careful with that. Don't do it. You're probably better off making your own. And yeah. Even though it sucks, it's yours. You know what you made. You know it's safe. We're going to take a little break because Twitch is asking me to do an ad. We'll take like... Well, if it's a like script, yeah, you can. But again, you shouldn't use that script. If it found one backdoor, who knows if there are more. So I'm gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. 3 minutes. Because Twitch wants me to do an ad. And I'll be right back. As for the others, if you're still listening, thank you. Just TX. I'll be right back. Thank you for the subscription, Rusty. Shackleford, I think. I hope I didn't mess up your name. I didn't see it, sorry. I saw it right now. This system is not working too well. We're almost back. Twitch is still finishing their penance. Okay, welcome back everyone. Okay, continuing on. TX admin. This is where you play around with stuff on your server, stop resources, restart resources. What scripts? Hello Drift. Drift lol. Welcome to the stream. I don't understand why I can't put the chat on the screen. That is weird for some reason. I have to check that the next time I do this. What part? JS is JavaScript? Is that what you're trying to say? I will make a script for you guys to start off, to start breaking rocks, as I usually said. It's something simple, and so people who don't know how to program run away with their life. GS, just, oh, okay. Yeah, I will, mostly FiveM, but we will touch QBox in a few minutes. It will be more at the end of the stream. This part is just explaining what you got, the server, how things work. So you know where to put the scripts and all that. Simple stuff. Live console. This is what the server has, or is doing. If you check, this little thing is exactly what's over here. People can see this in game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's /txadmin. There it is. Oops, sorry. Forgot to hide the screen. If you write /txadmin, txadmin, the txadmin opens up here. You can move up and down with your cursor keys. You can turn on no clip. If you press enter, you'll enter no clip. If you press it again, you'll return back to your normal self. You can teleport to waypoint. What this means is if there's a marker on the map, you teleport there. You can put the coordinates if you want. You can teleport back to where you were. Spawn vehicle, fix vehicle, delete vehicle. Play around with this. Health, you can heal yourself, you can heal everybody around you. This is when wizards come in. Redline RP, I've never heard of them. I'll be back to you on that note. Let me just finish this part. Send announcement. This is for if you want to send an announcement like server will restart in 5 minutes. Reset world arena. This is, for example, if you have total chaos in a section, you can press enter here and it will clear out everything that's NPCs and everything. This is for other situations when you're trying to figure out what is happening in the game. If you use tab also at the top, you can see the inventory of all the players that are in here. At the left here, you can see the names. You can click on them and see what's going on. This is the car, the glove box. Simple enough. And if you press tab again, you enter the admin zone. This is exactly as you would see on your VPS server. For example, if I go back to that, as you can see, it is exactly the same. Let's minimize this again. We'll probably work this on the server side. So this is where you can also in the player you can use your mouse also. You can DM someone, warn someone, kick someone, give admins if you wanted a new admin. I don't know if somebody asked this question a few minutes back. You can heal, you can go to a player, or to this player. You can bring this player to you, you can spectate, or you can freeze them. This is nice for wizards, as they call it. You can make them drunk, you can set them on fire, be attacked by wildlife. These are fun things. Info, you can place info on a player. This is if you have various admins and you think this player is doing something weird, you can just write things down. These are the IDs of, they use various things, FiveM and all that. I don't know if I should show this, but history, if they were banned, or ban them for a reason, 2 hours, lifetime, permanent. Okay, that takes care of that. Let's go back to the remote. Okay, there's other things, whitelist. If you want a server that only lets people that are waitlisted, you can add their names here. Admins, what we showed back there, there's a little difference. Settings, you can change certain settings of the server. Bans, you can see what we have here. Whitelist Discord, you can add your Discord to your thing, and it will show certain things about the game. Game menu, if you don't know what you're doing, don't mess around with this. You can also see the CFG file. I don't think we can edit it. Can we edit it? Oh, we can. Interesting. Again, don't play around with this unless you know what you're doing. Server logs, if you want to filter something out about a certain thing that's been happening. Resources, this is where all the scripts are. You can stop scripts, restart the scripts if they break. This is good for when your script is a certain script is not working. Just go over here and bam. For example, if I make QB BC, which my scripts all start with BCs, we can always restart any one of them. Okay, I think that explains everything. Any questions about what the server is, does, or whatever? Oh, there's something else here. What was it? This one is good. This one is very important. Live console. Where is it? There's something important here. Where was it? There's a command to see the resources that the server is using. Slash something. Sees something. I don't remember what it was. Well, there's one for monitoring the scripts to see what's going on. I'll probably do another video on that one. Okay. You want to be the most awesomest programmer in the world. You want to make a script. This is the fun part. Understanding what a script does, how it works, and all that it's not complicated. Isn't it just resources? Resources are where all the scripts are. QBX is a framework, and Ox is also another framework that are also added to FiveM. And how does this work? Let's bring out our MS Paint. I think I did this on a stream. Okay, we've got one box. Not necessarily. Click resources. If you're looking for something in particular, you write the script's name. for vehicle. These are all the vehicle scripts here. You can stop scripts if it's if you do create a new script, you should do reload and refresh so it reloads the whole script. Recreate a server. I do have a video on that somewhere. Just follow the steps. It's pretty easy. Okay, back to what we were doing. We have the server side. That's right, server. Server side. We do have a line right around here. Can't make server side too big. Yeah, client side. These are paint graphics. Client side. Side. And down here we have something called the UI. This is also important to the scripts. I know it's boring, but once you know this, the rest will be really easy. On the server side, we have a FiveM server that controls things, inventories, no, actually not inventories, actually inventories, yeah. Inventories, player names, not the full stuff, some part of it. For example, this controls, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Let's put it like this, database. FiveM reads a database. That database alters certain things in a game. It's not the game in itself, it's the structure above the game, like where things are, what's in your inventory, how much money you have, what cars you have, and all that. FiveM reads from database, reads from files, and configures the server the way you want. Some people use frameworks. This is called a frameworks, which is QB Core, Qbox. This may not be 100% accurate, but it's in a way you can explain. ESX, or no framework at all if you're a crazy programmer and you want to do everything by yourself. These scripts, this framework uses FiveM and adds certain things. For example, cars. FiveM knows the cars exist, but it has no information if the car has gas, or if the car has items, or if the car has something else. What FiveM does is add that extra part to the GTA game. You don't have to have the GTA game on the server side. You just have the program to control all the information that is happening around what is happening in the world. You can record locations, you can save money, inventory, everything is saved here. You can put money, inventory, bank, other things. Nothing that has a visual image, but information about that visual image. We can put a little line here. This information, whoops, this is hard to explain. This information here is saved in a database, it's saved in config files, whatever. When you do alter something, the scripts will change. We'll send it to FiveM. FiveM will send it to the database. Sometimes some of them will communicate directly. The framework communicates directly with the database. Doesn't usually pass through FiveM. In this case, we use Ox inventory or Ox MESSKL, if I'm not mistaken. This helps with communicating with the database. This is extra stuff. We'll explain a little bit better later on. Client side, we have GTA 5 in this case. The script side works over GTA, and you can change cars' location. You can add MLOs. You can have job scripts, gang scripts, and all that. And what happens here, when you alter something, like for example, let's put banks here, money, or add money, or add item. What happens is this script communicates with the server. Everybody's probably lost at the moment. And for example, we add $100. Tell the server, hey, this player added $100 to their bank account. This part confirms the player and adds it to the inventory. You do have to be careful with these things. If people know certain commands you use, they will break and add more money or items or even cars or whatever into the system. So you do have to have some thing to do that, but we'll explain that later on, not necessarily now. Most of the times, the client side works with cars, images, etc. But there's also something that's added later on, which are the HTML part, which I will show you in a few seconds. I'll just hide this. When I'm talking about the UI, is for example things like it's tablet. This. What this is an HTML with JavaScript and CSS. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing left. Let's go back to the thing. Things you do here. Where's the pencil? Things you do here. Can't change what's in here. Things you can send information here to here. Things you do here, you can change here, but if it's something that changes inventory, monies, and all that, you should communicate with the server scripts and change that. I hope you guys didn't understand the thing I said. But this is normal stuff. Today we'll just be playing around with client side. Maybe we'll do some transfer from the client side to the server side and back to the client side. We will not be touching the UI. This is a whole new ball game that is very hard to explain. So for now we're just going to use simple client stuff and simple server side stuff. So if you do have your server open, I did create this directory, external scripts. You can make it on your side if you want. We're going to use a new folder. We're going to use open brackets and close brackets and call this my first scripts. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to go in here. We're going to create a directory. Scripts always worked inside of a directory, so this is an important thing. I'm going to call this test. I don't know if I can call it test. We'll call it my test. And now you can do you can use your VS Code if you're using VS Code. I don't know if you're going to use VS Code or not. Let me just close this. If the directory is already created, and if you do open your VS Code as a new window, then all you have to do is just drag and drop this to your thing. And from here on in, you can work in here. I don't know if you guys can see the text. Can everybody see the text? Well, what does a script need? First off, it needs a new file. FX manifest.lua. FX manifest.lua tells FiveM, hey, this is a script. I need you to read stuff in here. And I can't remember off the top of my head. 1 second, I have to check it. Or I can just check over here. 1 second. So it'll be simpler. Let's open. We can open Fireworks. FX manifests are almost all the same. I'm just going to copy all of this, paste it in the FX manifest.lua. It is important to have the extensions visible. If you don't have it visible, go to your view and turn on file name extensions. This way it shows the extensions. If you remove it, it disappears. If you put it back on, it appears. Because the extensions are important for these things, or else it's not going to work. I copied that text or that thing from another script. These first three lines are extremely important. Must be here. No questions asked. This is. I'm not going to explain it. It's not important for you guys. You just have to put this here. For now, game GTA 5. If you're doing this for Red Dead Redemption, you can put that here. I don't know what the code is, I have to check. And that you're using Lua 54. This is the version of Lua you're going to be using. Description. I have frameworks here because this is from another script I made for the New Year's Eve. I think some of you already saw it. We'll call this my... What did I call it? My script? I don't remember. My test. We'll call it my test. There are more things you can put here. You can put author and all that. You can check out other FX. There's a lot of things you can put here and all that. And client scripts. This is also important. This tells the files that FiveM will have to read. In this case, we do have one file, but we can put more than one. We can put like client.lua, notification.lua. You can create more, add more files to this, but be warned, you do have to put a comma between the files. For now, we're just going to use one. Client.lua. There are other options. One of them is shared scripts. I have to check how it's written because I can't remember everything. I'm sorry. Nope, not this one. Also not this one. Where are my scripts? Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong one. Never mind. Sorry, we're lost here. 1 second. And I just screwed up because that's not the place where I want to put it. 1 second. I placed it in the wrong directory. I'm going to copy it here. Open. I'm going to copy this. Copy. Paste. Just close this. Save it. I opened the wrong directory. I'm sorry. We'll continue right where we are. Okay, we're back. My test. Let me just check something else because I can't remember everything. Battle Arena will probably be a good one. Edit. Let me just, I'll copy these. Simpler. In your FX. Damn it. I thought I copied everything. 1 second. We'll use this. And we'll place it as is where we are missing here. Lua 54. What was the other word? I can't remember. Here it is. This is also important. If you don't have this, it will break. Yes. As I said before, let me just do this, remove all this. One second, everyone. I'm sorry. Config that. Okay. Test. Author, you can put BadCode, don't put BadCode, put your name. Call it version 001. As I said, there are 3 groups of scripts. There are more, but for now, you guys only need these 3 for now. 1 second. There's the client script, the server scripts, and the shared scripts. I don't know if I still have my, I don't think I still have it here. Paint. Client scripts work in here. Server scripts work in here. There's another directory where the UI is. I can add it here. Actually, let me just check. Not this one. I started with this very recently. Where is it? Brawler. Here it is. Edit. Here it is. This part right here. I'm just going to put this there. You don't need it. We're not going to play around with this. Mostly it's these files that you're going to use. I will probably leave an example. But client side, your clients will be able to see this file. Server side, clients cannot see this, or they won't receive information of this, because this is secret stuff. This is on the server side scripts here. Shared scripts. This will appear on the this will be able to be accessed on the server side and on the client side. So you should be careful of what you put in here. If you have some secret stuff in here and it is accessed by the client side, you should be careful, and probably better just to create a new file here with that information in another way. But for now, we're not going to use any of this for now. At this moment, we're just going to use the client.lua. Let me just copy this, cut it, and place it somewhere else so I can get it back later. We're going to create a client.lua. We're just going to need this for now. And we need to create it right here. New file. Client.lua. Okay. We're just going to write something simple. Print hello world. You can put it nicer, uglier, whatever. Hello world. Control S. Make sure everything is saved. Control S here too. Close this. So we just told FiveM, hey, I have a file. This file has a script. Read it. We've created a little script. The only thing it's going to do is hello world. So let's hide this for a second. Let's go in here. Probably gonna die in 1 second. Let me just /revive so I don't die. /dv. We don't need the car. So if you guys press F8 in the game, this thing is gonna appear. Actually, overlays. This here is the client side log thing. Just as the server side has a log like this, the client side also has the same kind of log. So as you can see, there's no print hello world here or whatever. So if we go back to the server side, we've saved our script. It's in a directory we know it's going to be read by FiveM. We're going to open our txadmin. We're going to reload and refresh. This is important. If you get this error, just click on resources. And it's a little confusing to find our little script here, so we know it's called my test. Here it is. As you can see, my first test, the name is my test, author is BadCode. We already have half of the stuff that we placed on the FX manifest. BadCode, my first test, 001, amazing. So, if we do start, and we go back to our client part, we can see hello world. Can you guys see it? We just made our first script. Amazing. Let me just put the music a little bit forward. That was annoying. Going back to the script. Now, we just broke some ice here. I'm going to look at a little script image also, because I don't remember. I have programmed with so many things. It is crazy. Let me just edit this. I want to check something. Here it is. This is what I want. Control C. Control V. I think it's this. Control C. Control V. Okay. Another thing. You want to start a script, but if you run it like this will run it, and that's the end of that. But you can start a script with this function, create threads, function. Functions are little groups of scripts that you can run over and over again. While true, do whatever's in here. And we're gonna wait. This is 1 second. This is 1,000 milliseconds, which equals 1 second. Be careful with the lowercase and uppercase, because if they're not good, they're not good. So we want to print hello world every 1 second. We're gonna delete that there. And we're going to put it right after wait 1000. Hello, Seda. 3AK. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So, save this. Minimize it. Go to your txadmin, restart your script. In theory, it should be good. Now go back to your your game, and oh look, hello world is appearing multiple times. Oh my gosh. Back to VPS. Let's minimize this. Let's do a little something weirder. We're going to define a variable. And what is a variable? For example, variable, let's call it local count equals 0. What this says is this variable count will be equal to 0. So, awesome. But when we go into this cycle, we want count to be incremented. So we're going to go in here and say count equals count plus 1. What's going to happen here? Count starts at 0. It's going to start here. Going to write this out. Wait a second. Add 1 to count. So if count is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Next time it comes around here, 1 plus 1 is 2. And so on and so on. But we want to see that information. So what you do is you go to the print, place 2 dots, space, 2 dots, space, count. There are other ways to do this. Let's see if this one works because I'm not sure. We'll see. So every second, count goes up. We're going to say hello world 1, hello world 2. We can make it a little nicer if we put something like this. 2, 3, 4, so on and so on. So save this. Go to your txadmin. Restart the script. Minimize or go back to your game. Oh, look. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, back to the script. So we've created a variable. We've put a value in it. We're incrementing it. Now, we like to do things state of the art. So we're going to put local pause time. I used TAS capital letter pause time. You can use it as what you want. We're going to put it at millisecond. Whoops. Control Z. 1,000 milliseconds. What's the thing? Oh, here. Is it minus? Oh, commentaries in Lua, if you put a minus, everything after that is a commentary. So we can put something like count or time in milliseconds. I don't know if I wrote that right. Milliseconds. Milliseconds, I don't know. So, simple stuff. Okay, so we can use this. Pause time is a variable that we just created. We can go here to the wait, remove, whoops, not like that. We can copy pause time, copy it correctly, and we can put it in here. That way, imagine if this is somewhere in the middle of certain code, you don't have to go to every section and alter it. You can just go up here and say every 5,000 milliseconds, I want you to add a number. Okay, let's save. Restart. Minimize everything, and we did place 5 seconds. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So yeah, so yeah. You're doing amazing stuff right here. I know this may be easy for people who already know how programming, but for people who don't know, these are important things to learn. So let's recap. While anything that's in the while will be done and while this is true. What we do, we put a wait, pause time. This time it's 5,000 milliseconds. But let's say we don't like milliseconds. We can do something a little bit different. We could put time in seconds. So we want it for 5 seconds. In the code, you can do something like this. So what does this do? Every 5 seconds, write hello world with a count. So it goes here, it goes 5 times 1,000. How much is that? 5,000. So you don't have to put this in milliseconds. You can put it in seconds. People understand it better. So when you're making scripts, people don't have to think, what the hell are milliseconds? How many milliseconds are in a second? Just remove that out of the equation. Okay, so we've made weights, we made prints, we made arithmetics, math. We printed this information. Now what? I can't remember what I was going to do next. Functions. What are functions? Does anybody know what functions are? Let's open here. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes. Okay, functions. We've talked about variables that are numbers. There are 2 types of numbers. There are floats and integers. Integers are whole numbers. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's floats or decimals are like, I don't know, float. Let's call it float. Let's say var float. Let's call it var float. Let's say 1.25 or 1.25, numbers like that. You do have to be careful if you're working with floats. You do have to use the dot something. For example, if you're working with a float, let's say T float. I'm using weird names. You guys use the name you want. Be careful using float and int, because it may confuse the compiler. For example, if you want this to be equal to 0 and you want it to be a float, you have to put 0.00 or 0.0. That way, Lua, FiveM, and Qbox knows it's a float. If you put a float with just this, it won't work. You're further in the calculations, it is going to mess up everything. So please note that floats, if you're using floats, which is a number with decimal, you should put the dot and zeros afterwards. If you know a direct value, you can put the value after it like I did here. So very important, floats do have to have the dot or else they're considered integers, which is just a simple number. So next, let's talk about strings. Name equals BadCode. When you're using strings, you have to use the quotes, double quotes. BadCode. I can't write. BadCode. So now we're going to do a little something different. We did put hello world, but now let's do a little bit more fun. Let's remove the world, place dot 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 name. So how does this work? This is like joining strings. So we do have to remember to put spaces, because if you don't put space, it'll just put the name, it'll be close to hello. So we created a string, we called it BadCode. Let's change this to 1 second. Save this, and let's test it out. What we did here, we created a string and we placed it in a print. So we saved it. We're going to go to txadmin. We're going to restart our script. And let's see what's appearing in the console. Hello, BadCode. Oh my gosh. Back to your VPS. Now we don't want BadCode. Let's say we want set 3AK. Save it. Restart it. Go back to the server. Oh, look. This is important for variables. If you learn this, you're just a step forward than people who don't know scripting. So back to the screen. Okay, so we played around with strings. We played around with the numeric variables. Now let's talk about tables. This is where your brain starts to break. Let me just see my example that I made for this. Okay, yeah. Let's put this up here so I can see. So we're gonna make a table. A table is not a table like Excel, lines and columns. It's kind of like it, but a little different. So we're gonna make a variable called table. Or probably better to do it a little different. Player info equals you do need to make these brackets. And now we're going to create, this is the table in itself. Actually, it's kind of like Excel. And now we're going to create the column name. Actually, wait a minute, I'm doing it wrong. 1 second. Yeah, we'll do it like this for now. But this has another level. Oh, what am I doing? 1 second. Screen equals BadCode. When you're working with strings, always put them between the quotes. BadCode, comma. Each column has a comma. Put job. Employed. No, it's called police. Please note this won't affect the game. This is something in our little box of working information. So what is this? This is kind of like, how can I explain this? It's kind of like having Excel. You have that, I don't have an Excel here for everyone to see. I don't have Excel installed. I can probably do this on Notepad. What is a table? In this case, this table is a simple table. The table name is player info. And the columns is name, job. The name is BadCode. Job is police. This is what the table looks like. The name of the table is this. Did I explain it more or less? Okay, so we have this. This is a simple table. There are complex tables later on that I'll explain. But these are simple tables. You can make more stuff of this. But this is to explain certain things. So we've created a variable called, or a table called player info. And the player info has a name and a job. How can we see this information in the game? Well, I'm printing this, but this is something you can find that is going to help you out later on. So we can do name, to give it a little space, dot, player info dot name, dot space job, space dot player info dot job. So what's going to happen here? Anybody want to say? We can actually, we don't have to put this here. We can put it outside. you don't need to repeat this. This will only run once, so. Yeah, things outside the while only run once. Everything inside the while will run until it's true. In this case, it'll run forever. Be careful with the weights. You do have to put a weight in here, or else your server will crash. Do not place, remove this while from here. Your server will enter burn mode. It'll run this cycle so fast, just fill up your CPU and your computer will just go pow. So always leave it, you can use milliseconds, you can use 0. You can use 0. What this while does is when there's time to do this, it'll do it. For example, it may do it very fast, but if there are a lot of resources running, it will slow down this while. But that's for advanced level programming. This is, for now, we'll just use this. If you're using a while, and it is true and it will never stop, you should not use this without a while. Anyway, you should not use it without a while. If it's something fast, you don't need the while, but it has to terminate. If it doesn't terminate, it's gonna burn your CPU. Not burn, but occupy your CPU, and your server will just stop. So we did this. Someone already responded. Yes, that is true. So let's see it. Let's save it. Always remember to save. Restart the script. And let's hide this real quick because it's going to disappear real fast. If you can see right here, bad code job police. So it did appear. It just went too fast. We're probably going to have to remove that while thing. Let's restart it again so you guys can see faster. There we go. Did you guys see it? Yeah. Okay, going back to the madness. Gosh damn, we're already flying in here. We're doing tables. We're doing tables, variables, strings. Damn. These are some of the basics that you need to know. Without this, you're not going to go far with what you're going up to. Okay, so now let's talk about. We did whiles. Let's do something here on whiles. We can do true, or you can say while count is lower than. Let me just see what I'm writing. 10. So what will this do? We got count starting from 0 or 1. I will check after the stream. After the stream, I will help you out. So what will happen? Count will be going up, and we can put here print cycle or while has ended. Save. Restart the script. And let's go directly to the server. So we started name. Da-da. Oh, look. The cycle has ended. Woohoo! Like I said, these are small steps that are important for later on in the scripts. You're going to use a lot of whiles, a lot of fors, and we're also going to use ifs. So we know how to do a cycle, or a while, which repeats until certain things. We can stop the while. And now we're going to do a little something interesting. We're going to explain ifs. I don't remember 100% the syntax. Let me just take a look real quick because my memory sometimes goes bye-bye. I just remember the syntax. I'm just going to check the syntax because I don't remember everything. I program with a lot of scripts and I can't keep everything in my brain. Okay, if then else, okay. Copy. So we want to show what an if is. Let's open a little space here. If, let's say, count equals 10 or 5. If you want to see if something is equal to 5, you do have to use 2 equals, not just 1, 2. Then, if you press enter, it'll add an end to the end. So this is what an if should look like. Let's say we can put print count is equal. Wow, I don't even know how to write English. Equal to 5. And we're going to do something else. If it is equal to 5, it will do this. But we can also, no, we'll leave that for later on. So what will happen is it'll do this, and when count is equal to 5, it will print this message. So let's see it. Let's see how it goes. Restart the script. Minimize this. Oh, there it is. Count is equal to 5. And it has ended. I have a feeling brains are breaking. Welcome, LM Baby, I think. So, another step. Back to your thing. So we're gonna copy this hello. Gonna move it out of here. We're gonna create an else, and we're gonna put it in here. What's gonna happen with this? Oh boy, everybody is stumped. Okay. So what's going to happen is if count equals 5, it's going to print this. Count is equal to 5. If it's not equal to 5, it'll print this. So let's run it. See what happens. You can clear this console here. Just write clear. Nope, write it correctly. Clear. And it will just clean up the console. You can make the console bigger, smaller, whatever. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, it is up to you. If you want to see more stuff, I'll just make it a little bigger so we can see what's going on. Oops, sorry, I did not. As I was saying, if you want to clear the text over here, write clear. I forgot to do this. It clears all the logs that are here. You can make this bigger or smaller. It is up to you. I'm going to restart the script. To see if this if thing is working the way we want it to. So restart the script. Minimize. As you can see, it said hello 2, 3. Why doesn't it print 1? We'll see why it's not printing 1, so you guys can understand. Here's when the if was, or when count was equal to 5. It didn't print hello said 3, AK 5, but it did print this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it ended. So that explains more or less ifs. You can complicate, I'm saying this wrong, you can add more things to your if you want. For example, else if, I think it's all together, I'm not sure. Else if count equals 3. Remember, if you want to compare it to a number, it has to be equal if you want to see if it's the same number. Then do something. We could put and change this to 3. And why doesn't it print because we started at 1. When you do arithmetics like this, you should put the count or the adding 1 at the end of the function, not at the beginning. I don't know why I put that there, because probably just to explain how the thing works. When you want to add something like this, a counter in your while, you should always put it at the end. That way you go through the section. If you want to start it with 1, you'll get the 1 here also. So let's remove this for now. Like I said before, if you want to comment a line, place 2 minuses, and this will not work in the code. This will disappear in the script side. I did put equals 3, but no, we're gonna put if it's less than 3. If you put the symbol, if this count is less than 3, we're gonna put count is less than 3. So what will happen here? Every time it goes across here, the first 3 times it writes, it's going to print this. The 4th time it's going to print this. The 5th time it's going to print this. And from 6 up, it'll print this. So let's test it out. Save it. Restart it. Let me minimize this real quickly. So this is where it starts. Count is less than 3. Count is equal to 1 here. Count is equal to 2 here. Can you see my mouse? No, you cannot. Okay, there we go. Here, count is equal to 1. And it places the message less than 3. Count is equal to 2. It prints the message that it's less than 3. Since it's not less than 3, it's going to print that print. Hello, hello. And when it gets to 5, it's going to print count is equal to 5. And after that, it'll just do what it was, the else part. Everybody get that? So what does the else do? If the first 2 cases doesn't apply, it will always run the else. You don't have to have an else or an else if. If you do have an else if, you should have an else, but it is not mandatory. You can just have the if. You can have if else only, or I'm not sure if you can have it like this, but I think you can have it like this also. If these 2 cases don't happen, then it's not going to happen. There are other ways to do this. I don't know if this has select, but it should. Okay. We already know a lot of stuff. Any questions on this? Now comes the big fun part. Now we're going to talk about functions. You see one here. This is a function. This was a function we created to run inside the create thread. This is, every time you start the script, it will start whatever is in here. And you have the closing brackets here. So now we're going to create our own function. Let me just check because I can't remember 100% how this is. Checking my, I can check this. Okay. So we're going to create a function. Let's call this function hello world. All functions tm1 What do you mean by tm1? As I was saying, every function ends with an end. And we can make this code big and strong, you know. Pause menu? I don't understand. when you get code, BadCode.Codes, is that a script that you have? Did you place it in your resources? Well, imagine you're not gonna make scripts with all this lot of code in the middle. For example, imagine you having, this is an example. Imagine if you have lots of this code, blah, 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 repeats, yada, yada, yada. You're going to get lost with all this coding. So you create a function, hello world, and you can do something like this. Let's put this prettier. There we go. Hello world, and we're gonna put hello world. Doesn't this make the code look better? Let's test it out. But before we do, let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna start the script, blah, 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 wait 1 second. I'm gonna run the function hello world. Be careful, Lua is case sensitive. If you have hello world and you put hello world like this, it will not call this, it'll break, it'll go an error, it'll do an error. So be careful with the case sensitive part. If you're using capital letters here, use it there, etc. So what happens here? We're gonna call hello world. Meow, boom. Hello world. We're gonna do count. Do the if. Note that since you defined local up here, this will be visible throughout the whole thing. Inside, outside, whatever. So let's run this. Save it. I'm doing a stream right now. I won't stop the stream to do the help. I'm here to explain how things work. I can help you afterwards, but now you're taking away the time that people are here to learn. The stream isn't working on YouTube. 1 second. Press F5. That should fix it. So I don't even know if we did restart it or not. Let's clear. I cleared out the screen on the other side here. I am going to restart it. You guys won't see me restarting it. So I've restarted it. And it's doing exactly the same thing as it did when it was inside the while. So you've created your first function. Ta-da! Functions are good to help you divide the code and make sections that you want to divide. For example, create car. You place a function here, create car, and so on. Now the next part, stuff gets weirder. Let me just check because I can't remember a lot of the stuff I do. 1 second. And your guys are like, what? Weirder? Oh, that can't be. I just have to remember how it's done because I don't remember how it is done. We'll probably talk about returning variables later on. Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about returning variables yet. That'll break you guys, and you'll just stop. But we are going to talk about the arguments. Sometimes when you can create a variable inside a function, let's say you created a local inside this function, let's call it local car power equals, I don't know, 1000. Let's car power. Let's not make it a number. Let's make it a string. Let's call it turbo extreme. Just inventing words here. Don't worry. Since this variable, this local variable is created in this function, it won't be seen here. So you'll probably say that it'll probably just crash and not show the value. So if we put here print down here in the function, car power, as you can see, it's not underlined because this variable doesn't exist in this function. If you're using Visual Studio, it will show you this, and this will break or make your script break. So let's say let's call it car power dot. Okay, when you see the underline like this, most likely the variable isn't, or it doesn't know where this variable is. So we're going to save this and we're going to run it as is. We are going to clear this. We are going to clear the log on your client side there. We are going to restart it. I'm not sure if this will give an error, but let's see what happens. We're going to restart it. As you can see, there was an error. When you see a variable that is null, that means there's no information inside it. So this script does not know what the variable car power is. And this tells you that there is an error in the script. So what is it saying? Okay, it's my script, client.lua, line 31. And when this happens, the thing breaks. The script stops. You can catch these things if you want, so the script doesn't stop. I will show you how you do that in a few minutes. So let's go back. Oops, sorry. I didn't. 1 second. Let's do that again. When you ran the script, this error appeared. When you see something attempting to concatenate a null value, most likely this variable does not exist or it doesn't have a value inside it. And this will break your script. Your script will stop. But you do have the information here. My script, which is your script, client.lua, line 31. Did everybody get that? So we're going back to our VPS, or to your server. This, on the server side, there's no problem because this doesn't have any scripts for the server side. So let's go to line 31. Oh, look, it's the one we just added. So this is this is how I explain how errors are found. So we created this variable in here. I do not recommend using local variables for everything, or global variables for anything. Anything that's up here can be read throughout the whole script, inside functions, outside functions, whatever. Sometimes you don't want that information outside in the whole world. Occupies memory, all that, you know, you gotta keep it tidy. So you created this variable here, but you want this function to know about this variable. There's one way to do it. There are two ways actually. One, making this a local variable or a global variable. You just copy C, placed it here. Everybody knows this thing. But we don't want everybody to know this thing, so we're gonna go put it back here where it was. So when we do create a function, there's a possibility to use variables inside a function. For example, we can create one here, car power. This is a variable that receives whatever is sent to the hello world. And in this case, we want to send car power. As you notice, car power does not have the wiggly lines under it. That means it knows what it is. I am using the same name I'm using here, but I do not have to do that. I could just put power. So car power will be sent, and this will receive car power, and this is kind of like this. What's happening over there is kind of like power is equal to car power. This is what is happening here and here. But it does that automatically. You don't have to worry about that. So we're transferring information from one place to another. So let's see what this does. Save it, restart it, and I'll just minimize this. As you can see, car power has now variables. Turbo Extreme. This is what was the last one. We should have made it clear. Just ignore this right now. So back to the script. So what happened? We called hello world, car power. We sent this text through that variable to this function, and power will have the same information as car power, and we're going to print car power power. Bam. You've just learned arguments for functions. But let's say you don't want to send just one argument. You want to send more than one argument. You've got a lot of payload to send through this whole thing. So we put a comma. And we put something else, like, I don't know. Power value. And we're going to do a little something different now. We're going to car power, we're going to add to the thing here. Dot power value. Again, be careful with the lowercase and uppercase. This will happen to you a lot. You'll be running around all over the place figuring out what the hell is going on. But make sure you use the same thing everywhere. So we have two arguments now. If you do run like this, it will just crash because it'll say can't find hello world with two arguments. So we're going to add one. We're going to add like comma here and let's say 1,000. No, that's not 1,000. 1,350 to make it a little different from the 1,000s and all that. So what's going to happen here? We're going to send car power, which is turbo extreme. And we're going to send a number in the second variable. You can use variables, numbers, or even strings if you want. For example, fake. But we want to send 1250. Play around with this, have fun with this script. You will learn a lot. So let's try it out. So what's going to happen here is going to be car power, which is going to be this, minus power value, which will be this number right here. So we save it, restart it. Let's minimize this. See, here's the number. Ta-da! Okay, we're going to take a little break. Everybody's going nuts right now, I'm assuming. We'll be back after 3 minutes. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Had to get a drink. My throat was a little dry. Sorry, I was answering a message. Okay, so what have you done so far? Wow, 3 hours have passed, or 2 hours and a half have passed already. Damn. That's why I don't make script videos. These things take forever to make. And you're going to be watching like 3 hours or 4 hours of simple tasks like this. But it is necessary for you guys to do this, so you learn what's going on. So, what have you done so far? We've talked about global variables. Variables that are numbers, variables that are strings, variables that are floats. Let's put a local. This is a float equals 1.0. Strings, tables. Oh, instead of let's do something a little different. Let's copy this. No, we can leave it in here. No, we can't. We're gonna put it in here. We're gonna paste this in here. The table thing. Now this isn't a global variable. Now it's just a local variable. And this is to explain something that we can send this information through an argument. Let's call this player info. There. Make sure that you have the right name and everything. Actually, this wasn't here. You do have to put it here, but you want to put it here. Player info. VS Code usually helps you out with this because it does help make everything alright. So now you have a function with 3 variables. So we're not going to call this player info, we're going to call it p info. So you guys don't think that that variable is passing over here. So we're going to copy this string so we don't have to do it again. Actually, we'll do it again. Print name space dot p info. Be careful with the uppercases and lower cases. Chat. Job space p info. I forgot to do something. Info dot job p info dot name. This is to explain that when you send variables with this structure, it will work the same way with a different name. For example, this way we're sending player info, which is this information. We're going to receive it in the p info variable, which is this third one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to use p info dot name, which is this. But it's totally different, this part's right here, because we changed the name of the variable when we're using it somewhere else. So let's see if this works. This is to explain how you transfer tables to other places. So let's clear this. Now I'm going to run it. I'm going to restart the service or the script. And look, it passed the variables. BadCode police. Ta-da! That was to explain that part of the tables. You can transfer tables also to in arguments. Now, we don't want to print this every time it goes in here. For example, we want to print this one time. So, what are we going to do? If you want to print it one time, you don't want it to be in this thing, we can create another function. Function show. When you do make a function, use capital letters so you know it's a function, and start variables with lowercase letters. But this is up to you guys. You can do whatever you want. It's just to simplify to know that if you see show info with a capital letter around here somewhere, you know it's probably a function. As always, every function ends with an end. And we are going to copy this thing right here, or cut it, and we're going to put it in here. So we have a new function that just shows info. But it's already showing these things, power, with underlying things. Something is missing. So we're going to add variables here. Power, like we did down here. And we're going to add p info, which is another variable that we use. Again, be careful with the upper lower cases. And we also need power value. Actually, it's going to be the same as this. We're going to Control C, and we're going to place it right here. Bam. So Hello World now does not have variables, and as you can see, it doesn't need it anyway because the variables that we're using here are global. But we need to create we're going to use this function. Let's remove this because we don't need this right now, or we'll leave it for now. We want to show this one time, but we want to show it before we do the while. So what do? We're going to put it right here. Show info. And so we don't lose this, we can copy it or cut this from here and paste it here. So what do we got? We're gonna start this slow thing. When the script starts, it starts this. Creates these variables inside this function. These variables are only known inside this function. We're gonna show info. This is before the while. It will only run once. Yeah, we're gonna send the information, car power, which is there up there. Player info, which is over here. And after it prints, it's only going to show it once. It'll do the cycle. So let's see what we got here. Let me just clear out this here. Clear. I'm just showing how things could happen. So check if everything is saved. Restart. Close this. As you can see, it only showed it at the beginning. Then it did the cycle. Now we want to show it at the end. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to copy this, or cut it, and we're going to put it at the end. It'll do the while first, then it'll show the info, and then it'll print while. Actually, this should be not here, but here. Then it'll show the info. So save everything. Let's clear this. Restart the script. As you can see, count. I should move that icon. Let me see if I can move it. There. That way I won't mess up. As you can see, and it printed that part at the end. This is cool if you have various functions to do various things. And let's do something even more interesting. You can call a function more than once. Just be careful if you're using local or global variables. This may cause a problem. But if you're using just information that's independent from the global variables, you're not going to have any problems. So we're going to put this before and after. So it's going to show it before and it's going to show it after. Save. Let's clear out the screen on the client side. Clear. Restart. As you can see, it did print it at the beginning. And it printed it at the end. How are we doing out there? Do we still have brains working? Is everybody functioning out there? Any questions? I lost you guys. You're all on the ground. As you can see, these are the main basics you need to know to make code. Now I'm going to explain config files. This is important here. This works in any framework. This FiveM, Qbox, QBCore. It works everywhere. These do not use functions from Qbox or QBCore. So this type of code works on all FiveM servers. You don't need to install Qbox or QBCore. You should have at least one of them. But this is basic stuff. So we're going to create a new file here on my test. This file will be config.lua. We don't want to put these local variables up here on our client. We want count and pause time to be something that's in the config. We don't want the user to be messing around with our code. We just put it on our config. So this is the basic one. First of all, we have to define that there is a config equals this. This is extremely important. All config files are, most of them, there are other ways to start it, but this is for basic users. Now we're going to paste here the things that we made, but we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do config dot pause time. Here we can change this. Actually, we can't use this here. Pause time. Actually, we're going to test something out. These variables that you use here, I'm not 100% certain that you can change them after they start, but we will check that out. So we created two variables, config.pause item equals 1, config.count equals 1. Let me just check something because I don't remember one thing. I can't remember if I... Oh, we do have to add this line here. Copy to the FX manifest because we're adding a new file to the system. Shared scripts, shared underscore scripts, config.lua. This tells FiveM that there's another file for it to read. We can't put commas here. There's no problem having a comma or not. But if you do have two files, you need a comma. No questions asked. So save this config file. We have two new variables, pause time and count. These are variables that you cannot change. Pause time is pause time. 1 second. Sorry about that. These are variables that cannot be changed in the program. These are fixed variables. So what do? You go into client here. And you put config dot pause time, config dot count. Even though you have these local here, the user, the person that is using your script, can go to the config file and change it, and not go to your client and change things that they shouldn't change. So let's test it out. Be careful again. This variable here has to be exactly the same as the one in the config. If you're using small p and big P on the other side, it will not work. You'll get an error. So make sure you've saved everything. Restart the script. One second, I forgot to do something. I forgot to do something. What was it? Damn it! I have to define the variable on do I have to put it before? No. One second. I'm trying to remember how did I write it wrong? I don't remember. What does it say? Config. But I did define it. One second, everybody. My brain is all rusty. That's what I did. Edit. Let me just check something else here. Whoops. No, it should work. What am I doing wrong? Did I write it wrong here? Edit. No, not that. My FX manifest. Should it be before? Or is it that picky? Let's put this before that. It shouldn't be that picky. Oh, did I forget to save? No. Let's try that again. Well, I guess I can't remember this. My brain is a little bit broken right now. Let's revive. Let me just check. I'm sorry, everyone. I haven't done this in a while. I do need to check on this. It should work. Like I have here, I have config equals this. Then I have config framework. I edit this. And I use the variable right away. So it should work. Is it picky enough to not work like that? Weird. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah. Brains is exploding. I had to do a reload and a refresh because the server didn't know there was an extra file, config.lua. So you had to use reload refresh, so it re-uploaded the whole thing to send to the clients. And if we check, it worked. It passed the variables. Let's go back there and recheck this again. So we put pause equals 1 second, but we can't put 3. Let's put 3 here, 4, 5. Save. Count starts at 1. Client receives the information from pause time. Receives the information from count. This is, like I said before, if you don't want people messing around with your code, but you want people to alter things like money they receive or how many times they're going to have to hit a rock for it to break, you can put it in your config. That way, if they want to change something, they change it here, and this will then affect what's in your script. What happens here, pause time will be the same as what's on config pause time. Note, these are fixed variables. You cannot change them, or you shouldn't change them. I'm not sure you can change them. Actually, let me just see if we can. Config dot pause time equals 5 or 3. I don't think this will work, but let's test it out because I don't remember if it does or if it doesn't. Let's restart the script. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does not change. Even if we change it to 3, it will always be 5. What I was doing was, damn it, I keep forgetting to remove this, sorry. Let's clear this. We'll leave you guys here. I will go into the thing here, restart it. As you can see, it takes 5 seconds for it to go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we look at the code, we did change this to 3. Actually, we did change it to 3, but wait a minute. It doesn't matter if I change it here or not. Let's do this. Like this. Let's stop the script. You can always stop the script like this. Clear the text. And that way you'll start it with a nice thing. Actually, you can change the variables. As you guys can see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I did not know this. But even though you can change it, hello, Jota Carlos. Even though you can change it, you shouldn't. You should use exterior variables to mess around with those things. I did not know we could change those variables, but I guess we can. Don't do this. This isn't the point for using config files. If you want to do that, create a local or global variable in here and do that. You should always use the values that are there. You shouldn't change them, the config files. That is a bad thing to do, but you can. So, it's okay. So we've done config files. We've done client files. This is the client side. This only works on the client. We're going to do real quick a server side one. So we're going to create a new file. Server.lua. We're going to go to our FX manifest. We're going to add it because I don't remember the text that I used. Where is it? It's a new thing. There we go. We're going to copy this. We're going to add the server side files. Server scripts are scripts that only work on the server side. So this will end the stream tonight. It's already too late. This is a big stream. I'll probably cut this up better on YouTube. But we've created this file. We've created it here. And we're just going to do one simple thing. We're just going to print config pause time and config count. Just to show you, print. Let's make a pause. Pause time. Equals dot config dot pause time. And we're going to do another print. What was the other one? Count. Let's make this prettier. Config count. This will run automatically. Let's minimize this. Make sure you saved everything. FX manifest also. Remember, what the hell? Remind me later. Remind me later. What the hell, man? So, we added files, so we have to do this, reload and refresh. That way it loads up the whole script again and sends it to the client. In this case, it's not very important because we want to check the server side. So let's make this a little bit smaller and open our console. Actually, let's put this on this side. Whenever we restart the script, it's going to run the server side and it's going to print these two things. So we already saved it, we already refreshed the server, we're going to restart. As you can see, here it is. This only printed on the server side. It did not print it on the client side. Let me just hide this. It did not print it on the client side. It only printed on the server side. So, and it only printed it once. So, that is it for tonight. I've lost you guys, didn't I? You're all just foaming through the mouth. Okay, everybody. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want, play around with the script. I'll probably put it on Discord for you guys to play around with. This will work on any FiveM server. It is not restricted to a framework. So you can play around with this. I will place this on Discord so you guys can have a look at it. I hope I didn't scare all of you out. And I hope you guys learned something. I will make this smaller for YouTube. And it's not going to be like 3 hours, but it's probably going to be like an hour and a half. Maybe 2, depending on how things go. I may change a few things to make it look better. But that is it. I do really hope you enjoyed it. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue streaming FiveM or not, or play a game on a server, but I don't know. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you're still watching, leave a like. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Kick or anything like that, don't forget to follow, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.